Paul George is back, and he made a very solid return last night against the Miami Heat in a 112-89 victory over them in Indiana last night. 15 minutes he played last night. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in just 15 minutes, and he was 5 from 12 from the field. I think that is pretty solid play. He's not going to be playing a lot of minutes per game, so don't expect him to be playing 20 to 25 minutes per game, 25 to 30, 35 to 30 to 35. You know, you get the picture. You get what I'm trying to say. Don't expect him to be playing a lot of minutes per game. He's going to be playing 10 to 15 minutes per game for the rest of the season, and if they can get into the playoffs, that's going to be around the range of minutes he's going to be playing. It's just that simple. You come off a horrible and horrific injury, breaking your leg. I mean, that's some serious shit. And it took him 8 months to recover and finally get back and play his first game of the 2014-15 regular season. So this is big for the Indiana Pacers. If they can get Paul George playing solid minutes and being a contributor and actually giving them production, this can be really good for them. But they're going to need a lot of help if they want to make the playoffs. They're going to need the Boston Celtics to actually lose games. And they're going to need to win games. And they're going to need the Miami Heat to keep losing. Because the Miami Heat, they've been riddled with injuries this season. They've been struggling. Even though they own the tiebreaker over the Miami Heat, you never know what can happen. Miami Heat can still make the playoffs. The Miami Heat been dealing with a lot of injuries, like I just mentioned. Dwayne Wade, Hassan Whiteside, Chris Bosh was out for the season. Chris Birdman, Goran Dragic, I mean, you name it. The whole roster has been banged up with injuries. So if the Miami Heat want to make the playoffs, they're going to need for the Indiana Pacers to lose games and for themselves to win games. The Indiana Pacers, all right, great defensive team this year. Defense per game, they rank 5th. Defense total, they rank 7th. Their defense is not the issue. Their offense is. So with Paul George being back, I think he is going to be really good for them. I think he is. And C.J. Miles and Rodney Stuckey, these two guys for the Indiana Pacers this year, they haven't been given a lot of credit. They just haven't. Both averaging 12.7 points per game, and both have been solid for the Indiana Pacers. George Hill, I mean, just 38 games he's played this year. In just 38 games he's played. And he's been injured this year, too, like Paul George. So with him averaging 15.7 points per game, a season high for the Indiana Pacers, and a career high for himself, that is huge. The Indiana Pacers, they have 8 players averaging double figures this year. All right? So that alone is big. They're going to need guys to step up for these last 5 games of the season if they want to make the playoffs. And like I said, help is going to be needed if they want to make the playoffs. The Boston Celtics hold a 3-1 series lead over them. So the Boston Celtics, they own the tiebreaker against the Pacers. But the Pacers, they own the tiebreaker against the Miami Heat. But like I said, things are going to get crazy towards the end of the season. These last 5 to 6 games for these teams are going to be insane. They're going to have to win these games, and they're going to have to need other teams to beat the teams that they want to not make the playoffs. So, yeah, man, I cannot wait. It's going to get really exciting towards the end of this year, and it's going to be really tricky to see who's going to be in the playoffs. I cannot wait. This 8-spot race in the Eastern Conference is getting wild, you guys. And with Paul George being back, I think teams should watch out because the Indiana Pacers, they could pull off an upset. Shit happens in this league. All right, shit happens. We've seen it before. So we'll see. We'll just see. This is your boy, the Sports Fanatic. I'm out of here. See you guys in my next video. Like this video, share it on Facebook and Twitter. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Peace out. Until next time.